Hayden.
Morning. Oh shoot! I was just talking the whole time, bloody on mute. Sorry. How are we doing? I was wondering. I was like, you guys are rude. No one's talking back at me. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Morning, everyone. Why to sell? Yeah, so I'm thinking. Don, morning, buddy. Lead left hand. Missed the trade yesterday. Internet was lagging. Didn't realize. Oh, 10 seconds behind. Damn it. Yeah, I try keep it. I try keep it as close as I can, but even on YouTube, there's always like the smaller. I've got ultra low latency selected, which means there's still like a 2-second delay though, unfortunately. But yeah, if you're watching and your internet's lagging, you slowly fall behind. That sucks. It was so quick as well, and my position, even it moved so quick that my position sucked. Here, like we saw as it wicked down, and it delayed because it's still got this data issue. I see it seems to be on German 40. Oh wait, yeah, there we go, German 40, and it's also on UK 100. This little data issue thing that they say they're working on it, but I didn't really notice too many times it froze, but it definitely froze around the open. But even this point where the entry was yesterday, it moved down so quickly and then just reacted. And as it was reacting, I was like, oh shit, just don't want to miss it. But it put my entry like right near the high. Anyway, so to speak, so to be. Now on gold as well. Oh, is it? It was on gold as well. Depends on your feed. On here it says everything's all good. Yeah, mine says gold's fine. It was just even the US indices are fine. It was, oh wait a second, Pepperstone. What was US 30? Oh, and UK Pepperstone. FX. This is FXCM. Maybe it's Pepperstone that's having an issue, but I want Pepperstone because it lines up with my MetaTrader. Oh, screen is frozen to starting soon. Nah, it can't be. What do you guys see? You guys see the charts? I know Zoom, you guys can see it.
Yeah, it's fine.
On YouTube? YouTube's looking fine. Yeah, that looks good. Leon, I'm not sure what's going on, buddy. Reload page and say, oh, okay, cool, yeah. Peter, oh, you had internet issues as well, didn't you, Peter? Where are you now? You're in Zoom.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, you're here, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Alright, what else is there? Volume weighted glitch, maybe. Mic audio is a little soft though. What about now? Nope. What about now? Is that better?
It's fine, Hayden.
Oh no, for YouTube. Sounds.
I'm talking about YouTube as well.
Oh, okay. We'll try that. I just bumped it up a bit. Better now? Yeah, okay. I did notice that was a little bit soft when I was playing around with it. Well, I didn't mean to be playing around with it, but I moved something, and you know when you move something, like, oh, what was that? And it must have been the mic audio. Yeah, great. Yeah, see, it's moving up. It's moving up early. So what's this? froze a couple times last night just when you're trying to close trades. Oh, gyro, that's the norm with that platform. Around always seems to crash at critical times. Mustafa, yesterday I lost money. I couldn't put a stop loss due to the data freeze issue. Oh, kept telling you account not authorized. Don't know if Pepperstone will refund me. Seems they are the problem. Do you have is your trading account using TradingView, is it? Okay, anyway, let's get into this because we've got 15 minutes. So one thing I'm mindful of is when we look at last week. Oh, using TradingView, yeah, okay. When we were looking at last week was... Oh no, it was more gold, wasn't it, than indices. But we had, basically we had the one, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday, oh shoot, sorry. This is the thing I'm mindful of, is that we had Monday, we had Tuesday, we had Wednesday, all bullish, hugely bullish with CPI, bullish with PPI, retail sales tempted a little bit, and then Thursday, so far we're bullish. I wouldn't be surprised if today is the day we pull back and then Friday we continue. So you just think, like, how many days in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days in a row. How many times do we have 8 days in a row where we close bullish or bearish for that matter? Like, it's just, there's often a breather candle, and we haven't had one yet in 8 days. So I'm kind of, what I'm expecting is a buy to sell move. And because we're moving early, I'm thinking that we've got this wick at least to fill here. We've already filled this wick. I don't really want to take breakout buys necessarily. So, but let's have a little peek at this. The 4 hour we consolidated for, this is PPI, retail sales, and Empire State Manufacturing Index came out inside of this 4 hour candle. So we got that initial volume push, and then we just consolidated for the rest of the New York session. Asian session was very big today. Asian session was 65 pips, if I recall. 58 pips, 56 pips. Asian session. Some people got buys from the Asian low, which is lining up with these monthly levels, but now we've taken the Asian high already. I don't have much in the way of traffic up here, so let's go all the way back. This is the zone that we're trading inside of right now. We've got like a little doji, internal doji. What time is this? This is a New York session doji, so let's mark that up. I'll just put that there. But I'm kind of keen for price to, I'm kind of keen to buy to sell. So if we do push up, I'm thinking what's the range that we could push up into these levels and then start to look for some sells. We don't really have anything on the agenda. We've got nothing until unemployment comes in for New York session. Aussie employment 55, 3.7. Okay, what about financial juice?
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm cautious because I think after having such an extended run, I would like to see a clean push and then actually target the sells. Mindful of max pain options expiry, S&P 4:30 to 4:40 tomorrow. Oh, yeah, and plus Friday trading. Plus the Friday trading. Oh, has everyone given the stream a like? That would be really helpful. If you guys don't mind doing that for me. Okay. So we need to cut off this data because it's getting a little bit too far back now. I've got to go months back. So we're in this clean range. So what do we have? What do we have? 4 hour was the internal doji. Got a little bit of a price gap. Price is currently sitting right here, retesting this low of this doji. What does it look like on a 3 hour? 3 hour. So Asia, New York high. It's just here. 2 hour. 2 hour got a little bit of a liquidity wick. This one here. This is the start of that rejection, which led to that sell-off, and that is the low of that candle. Is about 20 pips away. Can we do a 20 pip spike up into this little consolidation? It'll look like consolidation on the 1 hour. This is, so see the 2 hour? See how like I kind of flagged this candle? And then if we go to the 1 hour, we can actually put a box around this and say this is a bit of an order block. Across here. 45 minute, can we refine it to capture the bodies? And this is now a resistance. Beautiful, look at this. So resistance candle plus another little one retesting the wick, and then we had that sell off. And if this is an order block right over here, then what I would like to see is to see price push up and reject off the top of it, because yeah, that'd be actually really nice. So what I'm looking at is price to from the high to the low, or high to the open, sorry, not low. I want to see price react off of this zone. So I'll just make this where's my red box? There it is. So this is my sell zone. Failing that, failing we do manipulate this high. If we can close above it, then I think that opens the door for another 30 pip push to the top side. Let's analyze this on the lower time frame just to see if we can get a little bit more detail. But I don't think we need more detail. I think this is a fairly sound idea. So this is a liquidity wick as well. This one right here. Price wicks up higher than the previous one to the left into this zone again. So we already have had a retest of this area. So I might even just refine this a little bit, just to the top of this one. 15 minute, what does it tell us? So this was the 4 hour inside doji. Now looking to the left further. Yeah, I don't really see anything that's going to stop price if we are breaking above that. So what about session highs and lows? Can we add some more confluence? This London 50% would line up right with that level as well, that London 50%. So another reason why I'm targeting this area. Above that though, I think we've got fairly clean traffic up into this monthly level. So maybe this could be the high of the day. Just touching inside of this sort of like extended order block, which lines up with New York low and the London high. So let's just mark that up. Quite like that level too. 50% of this doji liquidity candle. So this is an NY low. It is a London high. Just above 2 monthly close levels, something like that. So I'm kind of anticipating these will be like the high of the day. Now for a reaction, before we get to this level, if we just pull back immediately, we've got, what's the hour looking like? Each day this week we've seen a move just pre-London, haven't we? Just pre-London, it seems to give a little bit of a pop. Any no-wick candles? We've got a no-wick candle. No, we don't. Gosh, price is heading. Got a little support here. I reckon we're just going to go straight up. I think we're going to push straight up, and then I think we're going to correct. Thinking it's going to do something like this. So I might be pretty keen to, if it is going to do something like that, maybe break high and then do something like this, and then I think we can do that buy to sell. Let's just set up. Anyone think anything different? Polo, looking at these levels, 15,774. That's right where we are now. 15,805, yeah, like that level. 15,864, which is just above where I'm looking here as well. All London books, yeah, we're more or less in the same ballpark, aren't we? What level is that you're saying you want a reaction off? You can't. It is 15,80. Let's call it 15,810. Rob. Yeah, I think we can get that short-term sell to buy. So I think we might get something like this. Wait a second, let me redraw that. If we get like a little pop, there's a lot of volume here though. So we might just do a straight breakout long into that sell. Yeah, Daniel, I'm leaving it. Yeah, that's what I'm also anticipating. There's enough room there. For sure. Yeah, I think you can do little buy to sell and then sell to sorry, little sell to buy and little buy to sell and a bigger buy to sell. Price is really going though, going for it. So 15,756. Yeah, that's what I'm looking to see if it come back to. 15,755. I'm gonna set a sell limit at 15,810 just in case. Here's the open now.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought it would just go straight up. The way it was pushing like that. All right, let's see what we're gonna get here. Looking for it. My sell got triggered.
So let me get out of the shower, and then I kind of kept my thing.
Okay. Up about 15 pips at the moment. What a pop though. Jesus. Broker froze? What broker, Sarah? Oh gosh. Let's come back to the entry again. Kind of want this just to be a real quick reaction because it's really impulsive entering like it. Not really waiting for any confirmation. Probably should have secured when I was up like 14 pips. What I'm concerned about is if we're closing above this level, because then we can push up a lot further. Come on, I want to see us just create like a bottom wick for the London session. What a move, that's just straight up. Oh look, it's going to do a wick fill. Yeah. Gonna, if we can just break this low. Oh no, I'm gonna get out of this one. Closing that one. There's too much momentum. Because when you see a candle like this and it does like a leaves a big wick and then it's closing bullish inside of it, we'll do a wick fill. So I'm gonna wait for see if this. I'm gonna wait to see if I can get this. Oh shit. Freaking prick. Got out at break even just before.
Sorry, mate, I've been talking bloody self on mute.
Shame on
There's
you.
a London order block up here somewhere.
Yeah, it's the one I've got. So, gonna try. I'm still looking. I'm still keen for these sells.
Yeah.
But when I see price action like this, just wait for the momentum to slow down. There's 15 pips as well, like that little from here, from where I got in, 1810. When it came down, 15, I didn't do anything. I thought we were gonna come all the way back to the base. So, let's see. You what?
I had two little scalps in there, and I was calling them out, but I was talking to myself because I had it muted.
Oh, so convenient.
Oh, mate, my wife's...
I heard you, little boy.
My wife's in hospital with my mum. She's got taken to hospital today.
Oh gosh.
Oh, mate. It's all happening in my family, mate. So I got the kids at home trying
Right.
to trade.
Yeah, sorry to hear.
Yeah, I know. I wish you took the kids with her. Oh, sorry, you meant about her in hospital?
Yeah, both.
Sorry.
Well, we're holding. We're still holding. 5 minute though. Is this just a pullback and do the wick fill? I think we're going to come straight back down. I think I chickened out of this trade. Yeah, anyway, we don't have to... I wanted a quick reaction from here. And we got a quick reaction, but that quick reaction, its price is stabilizing. So I need to just be a little bit cautious here. So I don't want to... Already took one shot at it. Let's go all chart view so we can just keep an eye. But let it push higher. Yeah, I had a sell limit at 15,810. It had a little reaction. Didn't close anything. Saw the 1 minute price action. Didn't like it. Didn't like what it was doing. So I got out at basically the same at entry. Got nothing to show for it. Would have liked to have taken the buys, but it didn't pull back at that point. As soon as we opened, you could just see the pressure was lifting, and then it just boomed. So now I'm targeting just cautious to see what it does around here. Oh yeah, there's a sell move coming. That's the thing. Asian pulled back so much. We don't need to really create much more of a daily bottom wick, but I really struggle to believe that London doesn't create a bottom wick whatsoever. So I know there's a sell move coming. I just want to try capture it. Because look at the 15 minute, even gapped up. Isn't the consolidation in M1 and M3 good? Like if there's displacement below the consolidation box, won't that be a confluence for a bearish retracement, at least to the FVG below? I'm not, a lot of these are ICD concepts and I'm not really down with them all. Isn't the consolidation in M1, M3 good? What do you mean by displacement? Do you mean like if it's doing this and you have like a structure shift? Is that what you're calling displacement? I'm not familiar. Okay. Yeah. I mean, like this is my zone that I think we should be selling from. But the 1 minutes is just weirding me out a little bit, because when you got heavy volume and you see a high and we see price stabilize here, we usually see this filled. So what I'd actually like to see is if we push up, take that high, and then maybe have your displacement, and then I think that opens the door for downside. I don't want to touch this right now, because to me this is like, look at CPI. It's the same move for CPI on gold. From gold from CPI on the 5 minute Tuesday. This one. This is the same sort of move. So CPI hits, we create that top wick, price comes down, and we just consolidate, and we slowly but surely make our way up to take out that top wick. Gold had continuation. I don't think we're going to have much continuation on German 40, but I am mindful that we probably should, given the pressure that we started with, oh shit, yeah, I think we should be taking out that top first before seeing that up move. Oh, sorry, before we see that down move. What I described was the ideal ICT setup, like the sweep above and then the down. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Like, there's nothing really new in trading, I don't think. It's just different ways of saying things. Different way of saying things, some catchy terms here and there, and then you get like a method stick. But this is literally nothing. Like, this is nothing new. This would be head and shoulder. That would be divergence. Like, those styles have been around for so freaking long. I think the main thing that everyone needs to learn is just to identify your areas where you want to, like, how you get into a trade is really personal, depending on what your preference is. But you've got to find areas on the chart from some method. My method is the way that, like, I'll go through the streams at the start every session. Other people will be saying, I see some other comments here were London fixed zones. Like, so many times I see people we get to the same conclusion multiple different ways, but it's all like the very first thing you need to do is identify zones where on the chart where you want to trade from. Once you've actually identified those, then it's about how do you enter into the trade, and that's where is a lot of discrepancy from trader to trader. Some people just, like in this case, when there's so much volume, I'm happy to take a limit order. I mean, it burnt me on Tuesday, but I'm happy to take a limit order, trying to get that really quick move. But once price sort of consolidates here, I can't just set limit orders anymore. Morning, Beata. Yeah, so I'm looking for a sweep of this high, and then price to fall back down. That's my idea. If we're closing above here, then I think we could even travel up to, and this would become my new sell zone, this 15,857, and I quite would like that actually, especially if we do this in this first hour. That would be around 80 pips to the top side. I think we can get a 40 pip reaction or 30 pip reaction from this 15,860 area. So failing any trades inside of here, that's my next zone. And I'd really think that would create a bottom wick for London session. Thanks, Denny, for doing that. Morning, Heath. How are you, mate? I wonder what SAP stock is trading at. Up 70.72% today. Oh, no data here. I haven't got access to that. That SAP is leading the way for the euro, the German 40. Yeah, so we're taking out the high now, so good move getting out of that one. Yeah, filled the wick. So let's see if this is a sweep. When are we going to start trading the ruble? Where is the ruble here? I got it. It was... What's it at now? I saw it was like 110 in the heat of the war, and then it got down to like what, 88? Yeah, Spread on this would be insane. Yeah, does look weird. Alright, here's displacement, hopefully. I mean, now I've got ICD in my head. Here's the sweep, hopefully. So just got to time it. Got to get the timing just right in this one. Alright, so just straight continuation. What a rally, hey. Yeah, it's a 1200 pips. Just pretty much just no pullbacks. Very, very shallow pullbacks.
You watch those videos I sent you, mate?
Which ones?
That old dude making predictions.
Where did you send it?
Private message.
Oh, when did you send this?
Don't know. A couple of days ago.
Oh, no, sorry man, I didn't even see these.
That's alright.
Normally it comes up as a notification. I must have... What time did you send it? Maybe I looked at it in my sleep and that's why... Oh, 3 in the morning. Yeah, I must have looked at it in my sleep and then cleared the notification. I'll check it out.
They're not
Alright.
long.
Alright, so we're at this next zone. This level did not hold. The main level I'm looking at, though, is just above these monthly levels. I'm not sure if we're going to pull back much, how much we'll pull back, but I think we'll at least pull back to the London low, at the very least. Why I'm not looking for buys, if anyone's watching, wondering, is because I missed the move. It was just too erratic. It didn't pull back to go up at all. So just because it went up, missing the move means that the next move, the next substantial move after a rally like we've had, should be the correction part. So I'm trying to get that. Oh, Marion, you've got to go. We'll try again back on tomorrow. If not, where are you going to, Marion? Is this a caravan trip? Oh, you're going to Bali. Jeez, nice one. Yeah, enjoy the. When do you fly out? Saturday morning. Cool. Alright, safe travels. Hopefully see you tomorrow. This could be it. This could be the start of that move. Did 1 minute give anything? Oh, 1 minute gave a 1 minute gave a setup. That's it. That's the sell. Did anyone take that? I wasn't focused. Wasn't looking at 1 minutes. But if we've got this, sorry mate.
I was already in a position, but it wasn't as clean as that one. I was in that previous little pullback on the 1 minute, but it wasn't as deep as this.
Mm-hmm. George got slipped on the 1 minute. Tom saw it but didn't enter. Yeah, the 1 minute wasn't. So probably come back.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a double top to add another position.
See if the 5 minute can close like this. Hopefully I can close underneath this low. But probably in the last second, flip up. 2 seconds, 1 second. Okay, so can we just continue? Can we wick up and then start fill this bottom wick and push down into this zone? Red doji bar that jumped out at you, Tom, on, was this on the 1 minute? This one?
On the 1 minute. Yep.
Let's see if it gives a retest to this area. Or if this can form another liquidity sweep and start pushing down, then I really think we can Like this, just like this. Come on. Do it. Keep dropping. Oh. It's kind of stabilizing after making this new high. "30 minutes, only 4 minutes away." Yeah. Need to close back underneath here. For any chance for these sells to really play out. Once we close back here, then I think you're looking good to retest the London low. With the 30-minute coming to a close, if this 30-minute candle closes above this zone, then you've got wick fill, don't you? So what's you're looking for? You're looking for this area, lead left hand. Yeah. So I want to see if this level holds. Pretty tight stop. But even if sweeping that high one more time and then dropping, that'll be really nice. But this, if it doesn't pull back and it just drops from here, I'd also really like that. See if something can close below this little consolidation. Yeah. On the pullback. So new 30 minutes just opened. Watch out for the wick fill.
That just that pulled down and retested that the top of that zone we were looking at earlier.
From far to the left, the order block.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Give or take a few grips, but yeah. The red box there.
Mm-hmm.
But my line it touched perfect, but my price action slightly different to yours.
Mm-hmm. What's the feed you're looking at? Or you're just looking at MT5, aren't you?
XCG today.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's got another push up because of this 30-minute candle. I think you've got the momentum in there. I think it's going to do the wick fill. Just a bit more of a sweep. Yeah, definitely. Five-minute is looking alright. Whether it can retest this whole zone. It's just pulled back into the structure. It's really, really difficult area for price. Looks like it's just steadying the ship for we've got another push up coming. Okay, so taking the high of this candle, if this one can flip now, I think it's... Yeah, hoping it does a flip. As soon as I say hoping, there's no trade here. It did jump up a little. Yeah, it did jump. It did. The last two 30-minute candles have done that. It jumped here. Jumped here. So I think the way the price action is looking, we need to see a significant close under here first.
time frame, we're getting a fair few engulfing candles in this area.
I didn't refine my zone quite as neatly as you did, Hayden, and I've got that consolidation candles just sitting on top of a 4-hour order block.
Okay. 4-hour order block. From where?
Where you drew your zone, but I just used the 4-hour, the last bullish 4-hour candle.
Right.
To the left, way to the left.
This one?
No,
way to the left.
Yeah. The last bullish candle. I just drew my 4-hour.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
It's
gotcha.
just sitting on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
Not where it is now. That first little consolidation. There. Kind of just sitting on that.
Yeah. What do you look at to determine if price is set to fill a clean candle versus if it bounces? I like to see second break. I don't like first break into an area. I find that's risky as. But if it can break into that, then do the pullback, create a resistance, start pushing down, then I believe we're going to retest that low, and then the second break fills it. So it just you avoid those candles then that, usually, not always, but you avoid those candles that do this. You know, you see that a lot, and it's like, oh well, thought it was going to keep on filling this wick, but it didn't. But second break on the pullback, create resistance, and then the next candle starting to break these lows, then you think that price should continue down. The longer it hesitates, the more I just don't like this zone, this area. Feels like it's just creating a building that pressure. So you really want to see something start to. This is the reversal time. If there is going to be a reversal, it's usually around this time. Yeah, not having it. I don't like this area on the chart. Five minute looks like it's creating. 5 minutes has created support. So we're going uptown. Yeah, that's the next zone is not up to here, up until this one. If it breaks out of here. Yeah, if it can create a bearish candle, then it is two rejections still at this zone.
I like it. I'd like to see that trend broken, though.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, we're just in a chain.
Catch you, Eddie.
The first break from you. Man, it's on pimping music.
It's what?
That's some stick 80s video game.
Yeah. Where am I based? I'm in Leeds. Sunny UK. Kidderminster, where's that? Kidderminster. Oh, okay, yeah, right. Just looking on the map now. Cool. What's it like down there? Pretty close to the Wales border, isn't it? Well, 5 minutes just closed. Created a little rejection from the top side. We've got a rejection from the bottom side. Thought I was in Australia. Oh, I'm from there. I'm actually a bit of a mongrel, born everywhere. Born in New Zealand, lived in Australia, lived in England for now a long time. Lived in Canada, lived in the States. Oh yeah, sunny Liverpool. Yeah, yes, Liverpool's even sunnier than Leeds. Every time I go to Manchester, that area, Liverpool, like we fly out from, we go to Jersey a lot for, we got family in Jersey, and we fly out from Liverpool and it's always raining. Always. I think there's only one time I've gone to the airport when it's been sunny. We broke the high up here, so I'm not really looking for anything now until we get to this better zone. I just don't like how we've got this formation. I really just, with the bullish pressure now on the 5, like this is a liquidity candle, this is a liquidity candle, this is a rejection of that zone. This is a tiny rejection, but then we've closed just above it, and I don't particularly have much confidence with this zone. Now what I want to see, for me to get a better confluence, now what I'm looking for is just for a typical range to be hit. A typical range for this hour, looking for 80 pips to have moved around 80 pips, and then if it just keeps on traveling up, then I'm just going to say that I was missing the longs. Once we get to like 100, 120, oh look at this, yeah, 100, 120 pips, then we can, I might look for that correction. Let's see if the timing is there. But it's just been bullish pressure, so. Taking the top of this, we've got monthly levels right over here. So we're 80 pips is going to be, yeah, I think I'm just going to wait till this. I'm going to put a little alert here. I'm going to use this time to go grab that coffee, that elusive coffee. But we're just trending up at this stage. Definitely got some downside. There's a move coming to the downside. That's what makes it so hard to jump into buys unless you just, like a little boxer, just in and out. You got no wick, so this is leaving an imbalance at the moment. We've got London started with an imbalance. So it's very rare that this happens without having some sort of bottom wick for London. See you, Peter. So we're lined up for the morning. You're all good? You got the link for that? Yep, you think so? Yeah, let's remind. If you can't find it, let me know. So let's look at the last time London started with no bottom wick without at least retesting the low. So here, London created that bottom wick. So this is what I was really hoping for, that pullback before going long. This London session, pullback before the long. This London session, pullback before the long. This session was bearish session, went up before the drop. This one here, pullback before the long. This one here, little tiny pullback before the long. Pullback before the long. Push up before the drop. Little bit of just, a little bit of crap, like up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, then drop. What about this day? This day, so Thursday 2 weeks ago, it did the same thing. It just rallied straight up. It didn't have any pullback. Other than this, push up a little bit before the drop, pull back before the push. This day it opened, no top, no bottom wick, just went straight up. Around 45 minutes into the candle, then we saw that correction back down to create that bottom wick. So you can see, like, from a probability standpoint, you can't create an edge by saying that because we've got so much bullish volume, that there's not going to be a pullback, because the odds are that there should have been a little pullback before a push. Does that make sense? So that's why I'm like, I don't want to take buys when I know that from a probability point of view, there should be a pullback. Should have been a pullback. So usually when there is, like, usually there's a pullback and a push and then a drop. This is just going to be a push up, and I feel like this could be part of a bigger move where it rallies up to do a bigger drop. Because I just find like this weekly candle is just looking enormous, absolutely enormous. And if we think of structure from a higher time frame, this area, just let me change the color. Like this zone here, there's a nasty area for price to be trading into. And like there's so much gravity being forced into this candle that it can't defy it forever. There should be a pullback, and you would think either it's going to come tomorrow or it'll come later in the session now that we've pushed up. So that's why I'm hesitant to go for. I understand we're in a bullish trend, and I'd love to be taking buys, but for buys, I know some people were in from the Asian low. That's great. If before that rally, getting towards London, I would have liked to have been sitting in buys at this point. As soon as the London opened, I usually don't take a trade until London's opened, and with that straight push up, there was no way for me to have got into that trade. I'm kind of looking for it. Like, I was happy to take a sell limit here. I was happy to take a sell on this pullback here, but then after like just really struggling to break in there, I just had to like cut my losses. Just say like, this trade's just not going to work out just yet. At the moment, we've got this sustained bullish pressure, but notice as well, after every time we're making a new higher, we're followed by some sort of corrective structure, even though it's sideways. Push up, make a new higher, corrective structure. Push up, make a new higher. There should be some corrective structure. Now, I'm going to try focus on taking some of that corrective structure after new higher high has been printed, but at a level that I've got of interest. Now, this red zone was an old level, and I do like this zone, but what I really like this zone. So I think if we can keep on trending up until that stage and then create a new higher high, I'd like to focus on trying to take the corrective structure that comes after this high, because I think there's a much better probability that this could lead to a higher time frame corrective structure, and maybe that will be the bigger move that will drop at least 50 pips, because we can still maintain bullishness. We can still maintain that bullishness on, like, say, the 15-30 minute time frame, but I think it should probably come from an area which makes a bit more sense for that drop. This area, I find, for me, just a little bit hard for me to be getting into a trade like this when they're so bullish. This is not really out of zone anymore for me, and London still has only moved up 60 pips. So whilst I think there are trade possibilities in here, for me to be on this prop account, I don't want to take unnecessary risk. Even though most of those unnecessary risks work out. It's the ones that look, everything lines up just perfectly, is the ones that sort of fall in your face. And we're coming to the end of the hour candle. So this hour candle could just be leaving the top wick. Alright, well, I'm going to quickly grab that coffee. I'll be back in a tick. Is that the cricket, Tim? South Africa 2 for 8. It's on today, isn't it? Okay, so our candle's just coming to a close. So what I want to check is see how this candle is. There's so much bullish pressure here. So I think we need to have a look at is over here to the left. Let me replay some of this. So we're inside of this red section. This bit here. Let's look for like a 4-hour manipulation zone, or a daily manipulation zone even. Oh no, India smashed New Zealand. They got like nearly 400 points, runs, didn't they? New Zealand did alright to get above 300 on the chase. Oh, Don, did you get my response to my email? Sometimes when I send it from the website, it doesn't work. Oh, Don. Yeah, Donovan. Not Tom. Okay, this whole area I'm gonna look at. I would love to see it react off of this area. You did? Oh, awesome, cool. All right. So one thing, I know it's not the perfect candle here because it's Asian session, but this candle here is a liquidity wick. This wick funded this move up all the way, bullish. Price came back down. We retested this area again, had a little bounce, then we finally closed inside, and then we dropped on the 2-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, sorry, not 4-hour chart, on the 1 daily chart, what I'm looking at is that this candle here, we had the big pump day, we had a little bit of a breather candle where price rallied hard, rejected, and came back all the way down, and that was the low. Next candle we gapped up a little bit higher over the weekend, and then we just shot down. So we've created like a little bit of an imbalance from this zone, and we're currently trading up, and we're currently around, is that 806? So we're back around this area again. We pushed up and touched the top of it, and then we came down. I'm marking the low of this day. I'm treating both this candle and this candle as a combined liquidity candle. And what I'm looking at is this area, because I'm not really set on just one zone, but I really like how I like this area's confluence. I've got a monthly close, I've got a monthly close, I've got this daily low, I've got these two candles creating liquidity, I've got New York low and a London high in this zone as well. So it's quite a narrow zone of interest of around 10 pips, maybe 15 pips. I think there's going to be a lot of reactions at this area. I just got to be wait very patiently, and then if I see London can close up somewhere more or less around this point, I think New York will give you a fantastic opportunity to sweep the London high and then give you a significant pullback. So I think that's a sound idea if we don't get a trade in London session. For London, to let London volume be quite bullish, look for New York to sweep the high and give you a pullback. I think that you can, like, it doesn't even need to change the whole trend. It could just pull back to say to like here, or even to here, and that would give you at least a 50 pip trade. If you're looking for a high probability, that's a high probability if that plays out, that scenario. Until then, London, like, this is the time of the coffee trade, that when we push up and up, we usually get a little pullback towards like 8:45 a.m. UK time to 9 a.m. You usually get that little correction, but price, I'd love to see a trade for price to react from this zone here. It's got so much confluence in this level, in these zones, that I think that this could be an easy release point. Even if we look at this on, let's say, like the weekly chart. Okay, I know it's going to get very compact here. Let me go back to the 30-minute. Let's make sure this is visible on the weekly. When we go to the weekly, look where the zone has you trading at. Like inside of, like, see all these weekly candles really struggled to either like close above it. So you're really trading inside of these rejection wicks. So it's going to take something pretty significant to finally close inside of here. And we've only got 1 day left. So I imagine that even for this weekly candle, unless something comes tomorrow and we just absolutely blast the stocks and we close inside of here, I can imagine that we form a wick, and then the next weekly candle, if the rally is going to continue, we may pull back and then we fill this wick, and then we might be able to actually start the challenge to refill these wicks, and then on the way to make a Christmas rally to maybe make even a new all-time high. But I like this zone. I like that zone, and I think in this case, patience will really get you paid. If it drops and it just miss it, I'm gonna just say the market was too good for me today. I couldn't find an entry, but gonna give it another 30 minutes on the stream before we start going through some other ideas. Euro pound is still rallying. Pound CAD still dropping. Let's go back to all chart view. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the reversal's happening now already? We've seen quite a few times that you get like that 5-minute HCS and you get a sweep of it, and then it drops. So that other idea, that lead left hand that you had as well, if this was the sweep, then looking for your displacement under here, looking for price to come back up, look for a resistance to be formed, something to start breaking these lows. I say we start pushing down again. But apart from that initial burst of activity here, the first 5 minutes, really not a whole lot's happened, eh? For the next hour, we're stuck in this range of like 40 odd pips, with most of the activity sort of happening, apart from a brief push out in this little period. We've been trading inside of like a 26 pip range. I'll catch you, Nick. People playing the range must be making a killing. Anyone got any questions? Or anyone trading something whilst German's ranging? What's gold at? 67. Looks alright, but hasn't done anything either. This is 20 pips. FTSE, hey? Why do I prefer German? I like the volatility in German. It also correlates really well with the US indices. It's a smooth chart when you think about it. It also there's usually volume at this time of day as well. So indices have that benefit over currencies. That volume is much more predictable. German, like I like trading the US markets as well. And German, I think, is the closest to the. Because I used to trade the New York session exclusively, and not so much the London session. But I've had to make adjustment with just timing of like family. I used to trade both sessions, but now it's impossible with a new one. So the mornings are better for me, so I switched to German for quite a while ago, like in preparation of the little one. But I used to just trade like gold, or started to dabble a little bit in the US indices, but I was always trading gold. It was hard for me to do gold and the US indices at the same time, so I just stuck with gold. But now that I've gone the German for the mornings, I really love the pair. I think it's a fantastic 120 pips on average in the London session, so gives you really, really nice volatility. It's, the fundamentals play a bit nicer than trading a pair, and if you look at like the 4-hour chart, you can really see like how it follows really follows trends nicely. Even these bearish trends, bear rallies, you've got to be careful of the bear rallies, but it's a very nice consistent chart most of the time, like really, really consistent. So look on the daily, like these, you'd have a preference to buy most of the time, but sometimes I like to do counter trend, and I think it's a bit more easy to have both biases than say something like the NAS. NAS, you just want to hold a bullish bias and swing trade NAS a bit more than scalping it. The way the German market's set up as well, because it's so correlated with the US market, they're always going to find the rallies are always going to be much smoother than the bear times. FTSE is difficult. FTSE is difficult. So you can see it's nowhere near as smooth because it's so dependent on the relationship of the pound versus the US dollar. Because a lot of these companies, it's a lot more sensitive to a strong pound or a weak pound. Oh, you did okay, Chris? Gyro, nice one, mate. The Hong Kong Asia session has huge moves. Oh, MM, are you Richie? Are you? Ah, there we go. Now I've pieced it together. Yeah, I mean, Asian indices, the market's not set up so much like the Euro ones, so there is differences. But I think indices in general, they're just really nice to trade because you get volatility when the market opens. So if you're tied into like having to trade an Asian session only, or that's your best time, then either gotta be careful on spreads on some of them, but like the Nikkei 225, or I haven't really looked at is it Hang Seng for the Hong Kong. I haven't looked at that too much at all. But also gold. Gold's a good one for Asian session because it's definitely slower than New York session, but you can still get like a 60 pip range on average, which is pretty good. Okay, also for the NY session, some say only trade from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Others 9:30. Others, oh, it depends on your style. You just pick one. Pick a time. 10 to 11 is nice. That's what we call like, you get a crazy candle for that 10 to 11 candle. Otherwise, just trade after stock exchange open. You usually get the smoother move, but then you can also find trades between like 8 till 9. You can get a good move Eastern time because you're saying 7:30 till 10:30. That's a big session, 3 hours in a row. At 8:20, a good move is because you got COMEX open, which is your commodity exchange. So you get volume pop in at that time. This is in New York time, and what you're looking at is for this volume to sweep the high or low of the London session to grab liquidity and do like a little pullback. So you can get a really good move inside of there as well. You just got to pick one time frame to stick at. Sorry, one time period on these lower time frames and study the move that happens at that time. But each one of those three that you said will present a decent opportunity. They're just not all the same. None of those moves, or probably the 10 to 11 gives you the best chance of getting a trade that you hold for longer. Trading over New York Stock Exchange, and that before New York Stock Exchange, you usually want to secure partials because you'll get when the manipulation comes in, with them jockeying for best price, you'll usually get swept out of it most of the time. So take profits early. Not take profits early, take profits at significant levels. Once you get 20-30 pips in profit, I think you should secure some if you're trading before those key open times. You like to watch all three, FTSE, DAX and Dow together. Okay. Yeah, I think correlation can help sometimes. Right now you do 9:30 to 11 Eastern because it's usually 1 hour after high impact news, and in the Philippines that's 10. Oh yeah, so that's nice time. Yeah, it gets late then after that, isn't it? Yeah, really put in your session highs and lows for London session, like the London standalone, when it's 8 a.m. Eastern, not Eastern, GMT, till 1 GMT. Treat that as your London open session. Okay. And then look at what New York will do initially. If New York is significantly higher than the London high, then it will probably sweep into the next liquidity and then do a pullback. If it's closing, the 30-minute candle, or that like closing just near the high, it'll sweep it and then react. So that's a very common move, like this one. See how like New York's closing. New York this is the 5-minute chart. See how like London's come to a close here, and then New York is open on this candle, This is your London high. Look at the time. So price pushes up. 105, 110, 115. This is the commodity exchange open. You get a liquidity grab. Oh, this was news as well. So there was no real significant move at 8:20 Eastern on this day, because at 8:30 you had the news. So look for that on non-red folder news days. But this is the same sort of move. Sweeps the high, has that pullback. No, 8 till 1. 8 till 1, not 1:30. 1 o'clock. Catch you, Dave. Yeah, I just want to see if we're going to sweep up higher. Now, we're sort of just keep on creeping up, keep on creating these liquidity candles. This was actually a really nice retest of that liquidity candle. Now this has created this order block here, and we were looking at the 3-minute consolidation inside of here. Now this is part of the bigger one, the 5-minute. So the same patterns play out from the market's fractal, so it'll now we're sort of looking for the same thing now, aren't we? I'll catch you, Heath. Have a good day, mate. Yeah, don't really anything to show for today. Got 2 little sells that obviously didn't work. Should have been going for the longs. But risk management, right? Risk management. Market maker chapping both sides here. Well, I don't know. I find it just so tough to buy so high in the move without seeing a pullback first. Like, I feel this is really high, but if we pull back and then we're pushing up, I don't consider this so high anymore, because we had that sort of pullback. But if we know that pullback's gonna come, like trading, just taking a buy from here to here, would anyone want to do that? Yeah, there's, like, you see so much pressure building, so there's going to be something. But we're literally Q4. We are literally halfway into it now. We only have 30 more trading days of the year left. Usually this time is a good time generally for upside. Oh yeah, nice one. Yeah, the more the merrier, for sure. Oh yeah, so you've been recruiting people on your cruise, Rob? I'll catch you, George. See you later, mate. Oh, how was you went paddleboarding the other day, didn't you? Oh no, what was it? Where did you go? You did something that sounded fun.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, diving.
Diving, that's it. Where did you dive?
Well, this time I went to Leicester. There's an old quarry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like a training centre for divers.
Okay. Are you training or are you qualified?
I am qualified. We had a trainee who was taking his test, and I just went with him.
Oh yeah. Is it clear? Clear waters?
Well, it depends how many trainees you got there. At the bottom.
Right.
Yeah.
How deep is the quarry?
The deepest point is 35 meters.
Oh yeah, you go all the way to the bottom?
Yeah,
Jeez.
I can. Well, they've got helicopters, planes, buses there. It's quite a lot to see.
Yeah.
They introduced some fish. Huge pikes.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, diving is something that's always like, every time I go on a holiday, it's like, damn, I wish I was like qualified. But then it's one of those things that you've got to keep doing. Do enough to actually get that PADI certificate.
Yeah, I'm with BZAC.
BZAC.
Yeah, it's equivalent to PADI.
Right.
But it's we don't pay. Well, there's a small. It's about £10 membership a month.
Mm-hmm.
That's including your membership and insurances if you go abroad.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the diving in the pool. So we've got every Friday we'll have pool dives.
Oh, good one.
Right. Okay. I need to go.
All right, pal. I'll catch you later.
Yeah. See you later, mate. Cheers.
Okay. 30 minutes, giving this like little bit of a breather candle. 1 hour now, looking the same. I wonder if this is the first sign, this 5-minute candle is the first sign of that reaction. It's not quite at the level I want, but I wonder if we can play the range even. If we can just push down and then we can get like a little bit of a reaction. I'm anticipating something like this. If this candle can close like a little doji in 3 minutes. But I'll be looking for this one to, this high to be respected. I don't know how I'd get into this trade though, because I don't particularly trust this high. So I don't think I want to take anticipation entry. And also the range is incredibly small. You'd be looking at like a 7 pip stop loss. And my broker, I mean, this prop account with 3 pips would eat that up in a heartbeat. So I wonder if I would enter, if I just wait for a confirmation entry, wait for this candle to close, or break in this low, or even flipping, and then anticipate that this could be the downside, and then perhaps just secure as it's getting close to here, and then just see if I can hold it to retest this London low. It all comes down to like this candle though. Risk management though will be, I don't particularly like the timing of it or the place. So I think I'm just gonna, yeah, risk would be small on this one. Three minutes kind of looking alright. So it might happen on the 3 minute before the 5. After 9:30, generally what I want to see is just like we usually get the initial volatility at the start, and then it just decreases and decreases and decreases until we get to New York before we start to see that volatility pick up again. So when you've got lower volume in these later candles, you'll start to be better off not looking at the lower time frames, but just waiting and seeing if we get like a 15-minute rejection candle. So 40 seconds for this one. If 15 minute closes bearish. Yeah, 15 minutes, this would be your first sign then, if the 15 minutes closing bearish. Which it looks like in 8 seconds, it's looking like it's going to do that. So 5 minute, 3 minutes looking alright, 5 minutes looking alright, 15 minutes looking alright. I know we're still fighting bullish momentum, and we're not quite at that zone yet either. But I can imagine that if we were, we should see some, like we are ranging as well. I can imagine that we push back down. Oh, it's just going to open and drop. Yeah, okay. So I could see it happening, but it didn't give any entry. I was looking for it to wick up, take out these highs, and then do that drop. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, man, so freaking annoying. Perfect example. Oh, sorry, go on.
It made sense for a daily pullback at some stage. I quickly counted back, and I got to November 21 before there was any more than 7 daily candles in one direction.
Yeah, yeah. There should, like, it's pretty unlikely. I mean, the way that the market is going, there's all the chance in the world we get one more daily candle that's bullish. But approaching these levels up here, gosh, we know that there's going to be a pullback today. Even if it's not going to flip the candle bearish, the way this London opened, there has to be a pullback. It's just freaking annoying that this didn't, like, the setup was there, but there was no entry for me.
Yeah.
But trading the range, 5 minute candle, closing bearish, 3 minute candles, closing bearish, 15 minute candle, close bearish. All I wanted was a little wick up and then see that drop. But it literally just opened. As soon as it opened, we saw it just dropping. So there's not much I can do about these ones. Still in that channel, but playing that range. Glenn, did you take that for the drop, or you're probably already in?
I'm actually more bullish, mate. So I did get a couple of little sells a little while ago, but I didn't get that one.
Okay.
That faked out. Well, it didn't fake out. That just shot straight out of my channel a lot quicker than expected.
This one.
My channel is. I kind of ignored that as a bit of a fake out. It's kind of like that.
Oh, this one.
It's just very crude what I've just drawn then, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Teach that as your channel, but again, I wasn't ready for it. I was typing up and doing some screenshots and stuff. Been dancing back and forth between kids and trying to help put them to bed and stuff. So.
Bastard kids. I walked into the room just when I was making the coffee to check on, and Mum's asleep, and Maddie's there sitting in the crib making sound like a little pig, and then stretching her arms and stuff. Never thought baby would be so freaking noisy. Like when they sleep, groaning, grunting.
You crack me up, mate.
Did anyone take the sell?
I got this one here. I wasn't paying attention to this one. Should have been, but I wasn't.
I haven't got it. Good man. I'm glad someone got it. Yeah.
Runner.
Is that a double top? Yeah, it depends how you draw it. Albiata, you got it? Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, double tops don't need to be perfect. They don't need to be perfect. So I'd say that anywhere between like anywhere rejecting inside of here is gonna be more or less a double top. If it was a perfect double top, literally a perfect double top, then price most of the time will sweep that. But when it's like a kind of like a lower high, a double top rejecting inside of here, then that's enough grounds to say liquidity has been picked up and we should see a support retested or broken. So I really like these kind of double tops when there's a difference, because that to me that's rejection. And when you see rejection or a failed high, we should see that low revisited. The only problem for me was that no top wick. But remember, that's what I was drawing. I was like, if this 5 minute candle, go to the 5 minutes. If this 5 minute candle can close more or less like this, what I was looking for was this one to create that top wick. And I wouldn't want to take it from here, just given the market conditions. But once it was wicking up and then either breaking or flipping, where it would have been your anticipation / confirmation entries down to here. We've still got to understand that this is support. But when you have a failed high, I think you can comfortably trade down to support. If it gives you the entry. The entry just wasn't there for me. Okay, all right. Well, I think that was the only real chance of the move. So keep your eyes peeled to this level up here. I can just imagine that we'll revisit this tomorrow. But if we can close this London session more or less like around this point in time, maybe a little bit higher, I can anticipate that New York session are going to have some candles like maybe push up, and then do something like this, and then maybe start to form a base again, come up, probably sweep that low, push up, and then we start to see maybe, I just don't know after this time what happens after here. But I'd say that everything to the left of this is usually what happens in the start of the New York session. And it depends whether the big guys, if they want to drive price lower and start the trending structure, or is this just a sell to buy? But maybe it was a buy to sell after here. I really don't know. I'd have to see what headlines, what new information is coming to the market, what's going to be your information advantage. Because we don't really have much news apart from unemployment and Philly manufacturing index. So when that comes into the market, if the US stocks are rallying, then German 40 will rally. If US stocks are crumbling, or not crumbling, just correcting because they've been so bullish that after like really accelerated bullish moves, we tend to get a correction. So price, this is a normal to happen. But then after here, depends on that news and what new events come into the market. I'd love to see this retested, this London low. All right. Well, I'm going to end the stream here. My guys, stay on. I've got a couple little ideas that we can keep our eye on. Okay, doke. So YouTube guys, YouTube people, thank you very much. Thanks for spending some of your Thursday with me. I will see you guys for London Open tomorrow. Take care.